Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for January 9, 2024. And in the news this evening comes the probe death of Ukrainian on ship docked in Jamaica. Police are probing the death of a Ukrainian on a container ship docked at the port in Kingston. The dead man has been identified as a 47-year-old Manshos Yuri, the ship's chief engineer, who resides in Negril, southern Ukraine. Yuri was reportedly found dead Monday by a member of the ship's crew, the news has learned. The Newport West police reported that around 11:45 a.m. on Monday, checks were made to Yuri's living quarters by a crew member when he was found partially dressed and lying on his back across his bed. He was motionless and foaming from both the corners of the mouth, the police said. Lawmen boarded the vessel, called the Crystal A, and found Yuri shirtless and clad in black and gray short pants. No marks of violence were seen, the police said. Several blood spots were observed on the lower posterior, synonymous with lividity. Technology glitch prematurely adjourns Shanika Gray murder case. A technical glitch in the court's administration online platform resulted in the premature adjournment of the Shanika Gray murder case on Tuesday. During the trial of Gregory Roberts, the man accused of killing the 15-year-old girl on January 29, 2017, the Crown in the St. James Circuit Court attempted to recall a witness via video link on Tuesday. The aim was to show and ask some questions of the witness who was unable to attend the court in person. However, while the court was able to see Constable Omar Hutchinson on the monitor, the court was unable to hear him or vice versa. The court will resume Wednesday at 11 a.m., where Constable Hutchinson is expected to join the court in person. Gray, who was a grade 10 student, was found dead 3 days after she had been reported missing. She was last seen alive in Montego Bay while on her way home from the funeral of a schoolmate. Roberts and his co-accused, Mario Morrison, were later taken into custody in connection with the killing. Morrison pleaded guilty in September 2022 after entering a plea deal with the state and was sentenced to life in prison a month later. Policeman disarmed and shot, firearm stolen in Halfway Tree area. A policeman has been rushed to hospital after he was disarmed and shot in the Halfway Tree area of St. Andrew on Tuesday afternoon. The circumstances surrounding the incident are still unclear at the moment. However, the news understands that the incident occurred about 4 p.m. while the traffic cop was on duty at the intersection of Balmoral Road and Maxfield Avenue. It is understood that the cop's firearm was stolen in the incident. There is now a huge traffic buildup in the area as sections of both roads have been cordoned off by the police processing the scene. Truck crashes into Spur Tree jerk stall. 2 people narrowly escaped serious injury after a truck laden with steel crashed into a jerk center on Spur Tree Hill. A police source said preliminary investigations suggest that the driver lost the control of the truck due to brake failure. Reports are that shortly after 7 a.m., the driver and his assistant were traveling in the heavy unit when it reportedly developed mechanical failure. It is reported that the driver, in an attempt to minimize damage, swerved right and crashed into the jerk center, which was closed at that time of the morning. Police said a taxi was also involved in the crash with minor damage. The accident-prone Spur Tree Main Road links Mandeville and its environs to St. Elizabeth and points west. Heavily laden, slow-moving trucks often hinder traffic on the steep, difficult hill, and there have been several fatal crashes involving trucks over the years. Passengers narrowly escaped death after vehicle plunges into river in Negril. A Toyota Voxy carrying passengers narrowly avoided disaster after it veered off the Negril Bridge and plunged into the river on Tuesday morning. Deputy Superintendent of Police Sean J. Mitchell, Zone 4 Commander for Little London and Negril, stated that the police were on the scene investigating the incident, but the individuals involved had already left the scene. There weren't any apparent injuries. The paramedics arrived at the scene quicker than the police. The individuals didn't leave their names, Mitchell revealed, adding that the police will be using technology to locate the persons in the vehicle. The exposed area, Mitchell said, had been cordoned off, and the wrecker and the crane were on site to remove the damaged vehicle. 2 arrested, AR-15 seized in Manchester operation. 2 people have been taken into police custody and an assault rifle seized following a cordon and a search operation in the Battersea New Green area of Manchester on Tuesday morning. A cordon and a search operation carried out this morning commenced around 4:30 a.m. in the Battersea New Green area. An AR-15 along with a quantity of 5.56 rounds were seized during the search. 2 persons have since been taken into custody for questioning, head of the Manchester Police, Superintendent Shane McCullough said. Superintendent McCullough said the operation is ongoing. The individuals are being questioned in connection with the find. Alleged serial thief charged following robbery spree in Trelawney. A man accused of being a serial thief was arrested and charged following several robberies beginning on Tuesday, January 2 on Duke Street in Falmouth, Trelawney. Charged with shop breaking and larceny is 28-year-old Trevano McGregor, otherwise called Fogo, of Jonestown, Falmouth in the parish. Reports from the Falmouth police are that about midnight on January 2, the complainant locked up his business establishment and left. Upon his return, routine checks were made and McGregor was seen on CCTV footage using an object to pry open a poker box from which he reportedly stole $15,000. During another incident on Wednesday, January 3, McGregor was allegedly captured on video stealing 12 liquor crates valued over $10,000. The following day, the accused was allegedly seen breaking into a gaming lounge where he pried open 3 poker boxes, causing estimated damage of Jamaican $60,000. On Sunday, January 7, about 2:30 p.m., the complainant made a report to the police. While the complainant gave his statement, McGregor turned himself into the police and was pointed out by the complainant, police said. McGregor was subsequently arrested and charged following a question and answer interview. His court date is being finalized. Police constable on murder charge granted $400,000 bail. Police Constable Daniel Hall was on Monday placed before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on a charge of murder. He was granted $400,000 bail with a surety. Reporting conditions were also imposed. Hall is charged in relation to the June 4, 2021 fatal shooting of Stephen Brown on the Irishtown Main Road in St. Andrew. The charge was as a result of an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations and a ruling by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The matter was adjourned to be transferred to the gun court on February 23. Linstead man shot dead while playing dominoes at a shop. A man was shot dead while playing a game of domino at a shop in Gulford District near Linstead in St. Catherine last night. He has been identified as 37-year-old Nigel Ricardo Carty, a farmer of Sunnyside District in Linstead. It is reported that about 8 p.m., Carty and others were playing dominoes at a shop when they were pounced upon by 2 men armed with guns. The gunmen then proceeded to shoot Carty several times. He died on the stool on which he was sitting. His attackers then escaped on foot in the community. The police were called to the scene. No motive has been established in the fatal shooting, and the police are searching for the attackers. It was reported that the deceased is the second member of his family to be killed by gunmen in recent months. The St. Catherine North Police Division, in which Linstead is located, accounted for 120 homicides in 2023.